Going to a quick guide about how I shoot a little bit faster. It is actually worth doing, and it's pretty easy to learn. Let's get started. Before I show you anything, I'll just prove that it's a little bit faster by showing you myself shooting as fast as I can without doing any of this stuff. I'm just going to shoot the pistol. I'm not even going to ADS. I'm just going to spam my left click button. I'm going to put it side by side with myself doing the technique. So hopefully from that you can see that it's a little bit faster. So now I'm going to get into how you actually do it. Now what people would think that is stow cancelling, which is where you shoot, put it away with your stow button, pull it back out, and then shoot again. Now that's alright, that's pretty fast, but there is a better way of doing this. So first let's talk about stow cancelling. If you quickly press your stow button, which by default on PC is X, I don't use X, I use X for food instead, but with your gun, it'll just put it away, right? So I've changed it onto my mouse because I like to be able to drop my items. But I don't know where it is on controller, but you can find it in your settings, keyboard and mouse or controller, and it should be called stow/drop. So this is stow/drop. Now, using this, all I do is at the same time that I shoot, I press the stow button twice. Now that's pretty fast. This isn't what I used in that demonstration before though, right? And you can see, because my gun sort of wiggles around after I shoot, where it goes like all around the place. Now this is faster than normal, but there's a way faster, way better way of doing this. And the easiest way to learn it is just to find a straight line and just walk. Obviously you have to do a little bit more than walk. Well, this is really a run because I'm not doing a slow walk, but just walk. And while you're walking, I want you to shoot. Now, this isn't any faster, but the next step is that while I'm walking, I'm going to sprint the millisecond after I shoot. So it's barely faster at all. I'm walking in a straight line, I shoot and sprint. All I do is I tap sprint. I shoot and sprint for a second. Like the sprint is so quick. It's a very, very brief sprint. Very, very brief. But you'll notice that now my gun is shooting. Oh, thanks, Skelly. Look at this. I'll use the thing on it. Perfect. Alright. You'll notice that when you're shooting and sprinting at the same time, it's as fast as the demonstration that I showed before. Now, what this is because when you sprint, the gun goes away, right? The gun goes away. If all you do is tap shift, for some reason, the gun will pull out. So I'm moving in a straight line, I never let go of W. And when I shoot, I tap shift. The gun pulls back out. So all this is doing is it's skipping the part of the animation where after you shoot, the gun draws back and then it starts to reload. So if I sprint for that millisecond, I just completely skip that and you can see that it's a lot faster. Now the next step of this is adding it to the sniper. When I shoot the sniper, I don't need to scope in to be fully accurate. As long as I'm holding my scope button, which is what makes it do this, and I can fire, it'll shoot, right? And it'll shoot right in the middle. But you can't shoot when you're here. You can shoot just before your scope comes in here, right? So the scope isn't on my screen, but there's like a little bit of a zoom, and it's just before that little bit of zoom. So if you time it right, you can shoot without seeing the scope. Now that didn't look that fast, right? Because it wasn't. That was just the normal speed. But now the next step is as you shoot, the millisecond after, you hit your sprint, right? So that the gun goes away and comes back out like it is right now. You can see this. So what it looks like is I shoot, and I sprint for a second, and I go back to reloading. And you'll notice that I'm never really zooming in, right? I'm never zooming into here. You get a little bit of a look down scope, but depending on how quick you are with it, and your timing, you never have to scope in. So this is really good for quick scopes. Now sometimes I fuck it up as well, but that's not important. The important part of this is that you can shoot the sniper faster, similar to the pistol. You can still be ADSing, and you don't have to look down the scope. And that's how you quick scope, and you quickly cancel everything on pistol as well. This also works with blunderbuss as well, if you're wondering. You should never ever have to look at this part of the animation, where the gun draws back. Never ever have to look at that. Always do a sprint cancel. Thank you.